Happy Friday. How are you?
Good.
Good.
We're great.
Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday
Thank
to
you.
you.
And we have a guest about to join.
Really?
Like, yes.
Wow.
Connecting to audio at the moment.
Wow.
But yeah, congratulations on season 3. Oh.
Where are these turd birds at?
Oh, there he is. Look at that.
What up?
Who shows up with a
Look who
Tacoma
shows
hat?
up. Look who. Hey, Gabe, where's your hat?
Where's your hat, Gabe? Where's your hat?
Gabe's got a real fireman's hat on. So
we literally talked about this like 10 minutes ago,
Yeah.
Gabe. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was planned.
Well, it's not, and it is now.
It is.
And it is. I love it.
We're in it with the reservoir tip, boys.
Yeah.
I seriously, I love the branding. I can tell you all just have so much fun on this show and you're so proud of it. And I'm so happy that season 3 is finally out. I was saying, Marcus, earlier before you jumped on that I'd love to touch on, and of course, anyone who wants to jump in, feel free. But I was talking about how, honestly, I didn't even know True TV had shows that were scripted. I normally watch like Impractical Jokers, some of their comedy prank shows. So I'm wondering if, because it is a scripted show, do you feel any pressure to really carry that side of the True TV brand?
I mean, honestly, if I can't speak for Gabe and Eugene, man, but I don't feel any pressure
please.
at all because it's like I'm not writing this stuff. I'm not thinking of the episode. Like that's where the pressure is, man. I get the easy job. I get to laugh at these two nutballs all day and just have fun.
Yeah, and we have the opportunity. You can tell that we don't write it because we're saying words like nutballs that aren't words that are supposed to be together like that, but we're still saying them. So obviously we're more of the people that are doing the easy job. But yeah, I mean, I guess having a scripted show on a network that's mainly unscripted puts pressure on the show, but but how we are on the show feels like it is unscripted. So
that's
true. Blast. You know what I mean?
Kind of feels that way.
Yeah, and it does.
And we're making a show. We're not. I mean, as far as what the network presents and what it doesn't, I don't think that comes crosses our minds very much. We're just there. We feel the normal pressures and stresses of trying to make a show that's good and funny that everybody likes, but it doesn't really cross my mind. I mean, when we first did the first read through for the pilot, I remember going home and they're saying Impractical Jokers is the #1 show on this network. It's great. And I turned on True TV and it was literally fucking Impractical Jokers.
All day.
That's all that was on.
All day.
Is there anything else on this show? Are we the next show on this network?
I guess so.
Right.
But to be part of it and for the show to be on its 3rd season, like we're doing something right. Kevin and Steve are doing something great, and we get to hang out with our friends. I mean, it's just in the same way, even though it is scripted, in the same way that Impractical Jokers is just a bunch of buddies hanging out, we get to do that, and ours just gets to be scripted. So I think it kind of falls in the same world, so it's all good.
Yeah, it definitely does. And it's funny because even if you type in on Google Tacoma FD, one of the search terms that Google tries to autofill is it scripted or not? So I thought that was really fascinating. I'm like, wow, a lot of people just are used to True TV having unscripted shows, but it brings me back to the point of, the show feels just kind of like Impractical Jokers, just buddies having fun, goofing off. Have you ever found yourself
one take? So when we do it all in one take, you just have to take what we do as real. So because I'm not going to stick around. I'll be honest. My workday is 4 hours.
He leaves very quickly. All his stuff is shot on an iPhone, actually.
And I mean, like physically, he's still there, but he's just checked out for the rest of the time.
It's like if you've seen any Doctor Strange stuff where you get punched in the stomach and then your body leaves. That's what happens to me every time I'm on set.
No, that's amazing. Have there then ever been any instances where you've improv'd? Not because
a stomach punch?
just interrupting the show. Like either because you forgot your lines or something and the show ended up keeping it.
The million times. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's what I was gonna say. It feels like you have your own input.
Yeah, you should. That's true of Gabe. He doesn't learn any of his lines, and then we just kind of have to go with what we have.
You just get the idea. I mean, I've always been taught that just understand the idea of the scene and then say whatever you want, right?
He walks out on set and just goes, "What do I need to do here?" And then
you're like, "What is this? What's happening?" I don't even read the scripts because I'm just like, I want to flow. Just tell me, like, what is it? What are we doing? Are we still firemen? Like, just
Gabe's a genius.
Are we still firemen? Yeah. Is there going to be a fire today, or is it going to be another rainy day?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And another thing I wanted to ask is the show, obviously, you know, being a firefighter, that's a very, very, very demanding job. I have some friends who are firefighters, and it's really rough. So I'm wondering if you've ever gotten a DM or a personal friend of yours has been like, thank you for not necessarily making this job lighthearted, but giving us an outlet to see it on TV in a way that kind of makes it so we aren't taking our work home with us. I worded that in the most convoluted way possible. I'm sorry. I hope it makes sense.
No, it's a good question. It's a good question.
Okay.
I think that, you know, one of the best compliments to the show that I usually hear are, you know, how realistic the show is, even though it's a comedy, even though it's like far-fetched in a lot of ways. It's more realistic than like, you know, 911 or, you know, something like, you know, Sirens or something like that. You know, it's just like a really good, well put together, real show, you know, real stories.
Mm-hmm.
And usually most of the, you know, pranks or the stories or the situations that we're on the show are based from, you know, the technical consultants and other firemen that have told us or have told Steve and Kevin that that's what they've done. Those are the pranks they've pulled. Those are the, you know, so it's usually within that world already. So we're not, to be honest, I think there's some pranks and some things that they've done at the firehouse that we couldn't do on TV because it wouldn't be allowed. So
there's a lot.
I think that there's a fun kind of mix of firemen and firefighters out there that watch the show are like, dude, that's just like my firehouse or whatever. So that's cool.
Yeah, I had no idea that that the show, the producers, the network consulted actual firefighters. Because to be honest, I live by a fire station, but one of the buildings in my complex, the fire alarm, I kid you not, it goes off every day. It is so annoying. So they're never there because they're going to a false alarm. And I'm like, how is this legal? So I never really see them there. And it's like, that's a pretty bad problem to have, you know? No, I know. It's so annoying. Are you laughing because you pity me?
No,
not pity, but we get it.
No.
I get it.
No, we're just thinking there is a lot. There's and every time, not every time, but the real firefighters will always come up and say, "Oh, you got to do this, or you got to tell this story, or do this prank, or you know, we did this or that." And like Eugene was saying, a lot of them were like, "It's on, you know, regular television. We can't really go that far."
Yeah.
But yeah, and they do love it. And like Eugene said, they they are all, I think, like 90% of the stuff we do are from stories that were told to either us or the boys for storylines, right? And even the most ridiculous ones, you're like, no, that was an actual call, or that was an actual. So it's
Wow. That's awesome. I loved in the trailer how the person was hit by a truck, but it's a toy truck. And you're like, what is going on?
Right.
And another thing I did want to ask is, like we're in season 3. I was actually looking, and I thought maybe with COVID, season 3 would be released later, like maybe next year. But correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like it was pretty much released when it was supposed to. Like you were able to film, or you're laughing. Am I completely off?
No, you're right. It
No,
was like,
it's such a fog, honestly. This question is, go
we're
ahead.
trying to remember when we actually shot it, and I think
Yeah.
in the normal time.
I'm going back to that time, and I can remember all of these memories keep coming up, and I'm crying.
We can even. I'm trying to think
it.
of like when we shot it last fall, or no, last spring. What? Last spring?
Spring?
Winter?
Wait, COVID's been going on for 4 years, right?
Yeah.
That's what it feels
Okay.
like, let's be honest.
But yeah,
Well, we actually we separated season 2 because of COVID too, right? Like we released the first, and then we couldn't catch up with the post-production, so then we had to stop and then release it again. That's why somebody was saying the other day, this is season 4, right? No, I'm sure it's season 4. I said, no, season 2 was split into two sections, and then now.
So I think we're back on regular scheduling, regular scheduled programming. So that's what we're on now. And and this is out when it's supposed to be out, and hopefully we'll get another season, and they'll be out when that's supposed to come out.
I think you will get another season. The show's doing really well. And again, I sound like a broken record, but especially for True TV, which relies so heavily on non-scripted. Like in the 3rd season. So it's great. I just got the notice that we got to wrap up. So last thing I wanted to ask, could you just each plug your social media, Instagram, Twitter, any of that? And everyone make sure to watch Tacoma FD Thursdays on True TV.
Eugene Cordero at Euge Cordero, EUGCORDERO.
Marcus Henderson 314 on Instagram, but I don't really know my Twitter. Is that a bad thing?
No,
I'm not even on Twitter
people don't
anymore,
use it as much anymore.
Yeah, I think it's Marcus Henderson 314 on Twitter. Look at that.
I was gonna say that. That's pretty much what it is. Hoagie Hoglethorpe on MySpace. Hogan Film on everything. Hogan Film, all one word. Watch Tacoma FD on Thursday nights. We love you.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. Just definitely lit up my Friday.
I got beams on my ceiling too. Look at that. Like beam twins.
Whoa, are you guys in the same room? What is happening right now?
Looks similar. Oh, great. Well, have an amazing weekend. Thanks for your time. I hope to meet you in person sometime as well. Do a little follow-up interview.
Great.
Thank you, Ava. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right.
Thanks. We'll see you soon.
Do we go click on the thing now? Or?
Oh, no, I'll end the meeting so it's not awkward.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.